Iran's Revolutionary Guards are reportedly warning ships that no vessel may pass through the Strait of Hormuz. According to the European Union's naval mission, Aspides, radio transmissions have been detected, clear signals aimed at commercial shipping in one of the most strategically sensitive waterways on Earth. If Iran acts on this threat, the global economic impact could be felt within days, possibly even hours. So the central question now is, can Iran actually close the Strait of Hormuz, and would it dare to? Section 1. Why the Strait of Hormuz matters. The Strait of Hormuz is not just another shipping route. It is one of the most critical energy choke points in the world. At its narrowest point, the strait is only about 21 miles wide, with designated shipping lanes even narrower. Roughly 20% of the world's crude oil supply passes through this corridor every single day. It serves as the primary export route for Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, Iraq, Qatar's LNG shipments, and Iran itself. In simple terms, Hormuz is the artery through which Gulf energy reaches global markets. Any serious disruption, even temporary, could send oil prices sharply higher. Energy analysts are already warning that escalating tensions could push crude prices up by $10 to $20 per barrel, possibly more if markets panic. But the impact goes beyond oil prices. Disruptions could increase global inflation, raise shipping insurance premiums, delay energy deliveries, trigger stock market volatility, put pressure on energy importing economies in Asia and Europe. Even limited interference, such as naval inspections, harassment of vessels, or suspected mining activity, can be enough to create market shock. In global energy markets, perception alone can move prices. Section 2. Does Iran have the capability? Militarily speaking, Iran does have significant tools to disrupt traffic in the strait. These include naval mines, fast attack boats, anti-ship cruise missiles, coastal missile batteries, armed drones, and drone swarms. Iran has spent decades developing asymmetric naval tactics designed specifically for the confined waters of the Persian Gulf. Importantly, Iran does not need to physically block the strait with ships or barriers. Even a credible threat, or a limited incident, could reduce shipping volumes dramatically. If commercial vessels feel unsafe, they may delay transit. Insurance rates could skyrocket. Shipping companies might temporarily halt movement. However, completely closing the strait for a prolonged period would be extremely difficult. The region hosts the U.S. Fifth Fleet in Bahrain, European naval patrol missions, Gulf state naval forces, advanced surveillance and air power in nearby bases. A full-scale closure attempt would likely trigger rapid military response. In other words, Iran can disrupt, but sustaining a total blockade would be another matter entirely. Section 3. The economic dilemma for Iran. Here's where the strategic paradox becomes clear. Iran itself depends on oil exports. Closing the strait would not only hurt rival Gulf producers, it would also hurt Iran's own revenue streams. Such a move could reduce Iran's export income, increase domestic economic strain, add inflationary pressure internally, trigger dissatisfaction at home. Additionally, in recent years, Iran has worked to improve relations with Gulf neighbors like Saudi Arabia and the UAE. Regional de-escalation efforts, including Chinese-mediated agreements, were aimed at reducing isolation. A closure of Hormuz could reverse diplomatic progress, push Gulf states closer to the United States militarily, undermine Iran's regional economic ambitions. So while escalation might send a political message, it could also come at significant economic cost. Section 4. Regional political pressure. Arab Gulf states historically try to avoid full-scale regional war. During previous escalations, Oman has acted as a mediator. Qatar has maintained diplomatic communication channels. Several Gulf states have resisted becoming direct participants in major conflicts. If Iran escalates too far, these states may be forced to choose sides more decisively. Possible consequences could include increased security cooperation with Western powers, expanded intelligence sharing, economic distancing from Tehran, greater diplomatic isolation. Iran's leadership must calculate carefully. Symbolic escalation may project strength domestically, but prolonged disruption could create long-term strategic isolation. Section 5. The uncertainty factor. This situation is unfolding amid broader instability. There are multiple unpredictable variables, conflicting reports about military strikes, possible second-wave operations, Russia and China's diplomatic stance, internal Iranian political stability, tensions involving Afghanistan and Pakistan, the reactions of global financial markets. Each of these factors could shift the trajectory of events. At the moment, we are in a period of strategic ambiguity. Markets are watching, governments are calculating, navies are repositioning, but no actor appears eager to trigger uncontrollable escalation. Conclusion: what happens next? Iran has the capability to disrupt the Strait of Hormuz, but capability does not automatically equal intent. Closing the strait would spike oil prices, risk military confrontation, strain diplomatic relationships, damage Iran's own economy. The real question now is whether Iran views escalation as leverage or as too dangerous to pursue fully. For now, global energy markets remain tense but functional. The regime's next move will determine whether this remains a warning or becomes a crisis, and the world is watching closely.